Guys, we have had this BMW M2 for a few months now. We've already gone stage 2 on it. We've already added a bunch of carbon fiber parts to it. It is looking sick. It is far from finished, but this is where it is now. And I just want to tell you guys how crap this car is and how much I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great car, and if you're thinking about getting one, get one. But in the time that we've had it, I found a few things that are annoying. So I figured I'd share them with you guys, because sometimes you just don't like it. We'll start from the outside. So if you look around here, okay, these parking sensors are great. To be honest, I don't really use them all that much because the car's so short, it's very easy to park. But if we walk around, you tell me another 2018 car that doesn't have front parking sensors. Brandon and Jono already scraped out my lip because we didn't have parking sensors. Now I know a guy that can do them, but still, come on. Like, I get that it might interfere with how aggressive it looks, but I'm sure they could do some small, like, integrated sensors at the front. I don't know, that's just me. That's one thing. I'm pulling up to somewhere and I'm like, don't scratch the lip, don't scratch the lip, don't scratch the lip. Parking sensors would help. That's pretty much it for the outside, so let's go into the inside. Before we get on to number 2, we're gonna get off this 4-wheel drive track. Don't even ask me how we got the car up here. Yeah, we're gonna reverse out. Number 2 is the root of all evil. A lot of cars are equipped with this, and I get that it helps fuel economical driving. I know it's helpful, but this is an M car, and I don't think it belongs here. It's this little button right here. So if you jump in the car and you don't press that button, this is what happens. I'm gonna pretend we're pulling up to the lights. So we've stopped. Car turns off. I hate that. It's so annoying. So each time you get into the car, you gotta press the button. I don't wanna be the guy that's like, oh, I have to press a button. But like, I always forget. So let's just say the car's warm. The car is warm. So we'll go sport mode. We're having fun, right? Let's give it some. Wow, this is fun. Hear all the pops and everything, you enjoy the car, it's great. You're like having a great time, and then you pull up to the lights and the car just turns off. You're like, oh, that's shit. So then you gotta press the button and it won't do it anymore. So that's number 2. It's quite annoying. I'm sure it can be coded out. Let me know in the comments below if you know it, if it can be or can't be. But yeah, that's number 2. Next up is adaptive cruise control. So this vehicle has cruise control. It has all of the sensors in it. So it's got the rain sensor up top. It's actually got a little camera up here as well. That camera picks up things like, if you look on the cluster, it shows 50 kilometers. If you drive past any speed sign, even if it's a 40 during roadworks or whatever, at that time, that camera picks up and adjusts that for you so you know you don't get done by the popo. So, it's got all the sensors to do adaptive, and M3s, since like 2014, have had adaptive cruise. But if you chuck on cruise control, right, so I'll get it out of manual mode, get it out of sport mode, we'll chuck it onto 60, right? I'm on 60, I'm gonna go a bit faster so I can catch up to this guy. So what would normally happen now is if he slows down, like he kind of is, I just get it out of my way, thank you, the car will slow down with that vehicle in cruise control. So you're doing 60, they jump on the brakes, the car drops on the brakes for you. That is a really cool feature. I've never had it before, but I've been in a car with it and I thought it was sick. For a 2018 M car, should have it. You know, like, what? Why don't you have that? That's number 3. Not the biggest deal, but it is something to note. You would assume it has it, right? If I said, hey, I just bought a 2018 M2. Yeah, do you reckon it has adaptive cruise? You'll be like, yeah, it's got adaptive cruise. No, it doesn't. Number 4 is what?
Number 4 is...
I forgot.
Did you write them down?
Yeah. When the car really doesn't have that many things bad about it, you have to write down the things that you don't like because you forget. So front sensors. Oh, this one's so annoying. Okay, number 4. So, speaking of the sensors we were just talking about, if you are not paying attention while you're driving and looking at that big ass screen there, and Ahmed in here puts his brakes on ahead of you, the vehicle comes up with a little red car here, and we'll get you a clip of that. and just comes up with a red sign. If it gets dangerous, like really close, it beeps at you, and it's really loud and it's aggressive. It's like, and you're like, oh geez, what's that? So definitely get your attention. That's a good feature. The downside of this feature is when I'm driving through a side street and there's cars on that side and that side, and you're driving at like 50 Ks, sometimes it freaks out and thinks that it's a car, and it comes on and beeps at you. When you're not expecting it, it terrifies the shit out of you, because you're like, whoa, like you're looking like, damn, I just hit a dog or something. But no, it's just a car freaking out. So I'll get you a look of that little light here. So keep an eye on the dash. There it is. So that came up because I just went close to that guy's behind. If it was at a dangerous level where he's slamming on the brakes, it beeps at you. It's very loud. Don't really have the kahunas to try and get that close to someone on the street, but yeah, that's what happens. So you're just driving through the street like this, the car sees a stopped car thinking that you're about to hit it and freaks out at you. And I'm glad it doesn't put the brakes on, because if it put the brakes on, it could just stop in the middle of a street, which would be not good at all. And the last thing, number 5, 2018 M2 should have heads-up display, right? Nope. Nothing on the dash. Again, M3s and M4s have had heads-up display since 2014, I believe. It's not even an option for this car. You can't get heads-up display, and I think that sucks. That's the one where I'm like, should I sell this and get an M3 instead? I wouldn't. I love the car, but it's annoying. You would like to have heads-up display. For anyone who doesn't know what heads-up display is, I'm sure you all do. There's a center cutout in the dash, and it projects pretty much your cluster up on the windscreen, and it just looks sick. It doesn't really do anything. I guess it makes it safer for driving. You don't have to take your eyes off the road. You just look at the windscreen. It shows you your kilometers, shows you navigation, so like which way you're headed, all that kind of thing. I think it's pretty cool, but the M2 doesn't get it. They are the 5 things that make this car the pilot junk. No, they're not really. It is a very, very good car. There's way more things that I love about the car than what I hate. Even those things there, like, I don't get in there every day, oh man, I don't have heads-up display. It's just like, for the price, the year of the car, it would be nice to have, but whatever. The one thing that's annoying is that start-stop. That's, like, the one I hate the most. And then everything else is just like, meh, whatever. It is what it is. If you like this video, leave a like. Drop a comment below. If you have an M2 yourself and there's something you don't like about it, let me know. There was a guy I watched in the UK that didn't like something about his car. I don't think mine does that. So maybe the EU, whatever, the Europe versions and the Aussie versions are different, maybe, I don't know. But let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one.